Boom! Welcome to the show! I mean, my channel. So glad you could make it. You look great, by the way. Fantastic. Grab your tinfoil hats, folks, because tonight, or today, or whenever you're watching this, we're diving deep. We're going off the deep end into the Mariana Trench of mystery. It's gonna be fun, I promise. Or at least it'll be something to talk about. We're talking about those whispers in the dark, those theories so wild they make you stop and go, wait, what? You know the ones, the ideas that sound completely bonkers, like something your uncle would say after too much eggnog, but then, just for a second, a tiny little part of your brain goes, maybe? It's that little itch, that little what if that keeps you up at 3 a.m. scrolling through forums. We've all been there, right? You stumble upon something and suddenly the world seems a little stranger. So, get comfortable, maybe grab a snack. I recommend something that doesn't require too much belief, like pretzels, because I've got 7 of the most mind-bending, eyebrow-raising, no way conspiracy theories lined up for you. We're going to explore them, have a little fun, maybe poke a few holes, or maybe get sucked in completely. Who knows? Or, just have a good laugh. Either way, it's gonna be a ride. Buckle up. Alright, first up, the big one, the OG, the conspiracy theory that's practically a household name. The moon landing. Yes, that iconic moment in 1969. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. You know the footage, you've seen the pictures, but what if it was all a giant Hollywood production? Can you imagine? Stanley Kubrick in the director's chair. Cut. Neil, darling, more awe, think of the ratings. And someone tell Buzz to stop doing the Macarena, it's not period appropriate. Proponents of this theory, they're like detectives with too much time on their hands. They point to all sorts of evidence. The American flag waving when there's no wind on the moon, was there a hidden fan? The lack of stars in the photos, did they forget to turn on the glitter machine? The shadows that seemed to go in different directions, was the lighting guy having an off day? They say the technology just wasn't there yet. It's like me trying to assemble IKEA furniture but on a cosmic scale. They scrutinize every pixel, every frame looking for that gotcha moment, but then you've got NASA who are like, guys, we have moon rocks, actual rocks, from the moon, and the thousands of people who worked on the Apollo program. Think of the sheer number of individuals who would have had to keep that secret. That's more people than have ever successfully kept a surprise party a secret from me. It's a huge claim. Some say the moon landing was staged, guess they just needed more. Get it? Space? Tough crowd tonight, tough crowd. Moving on. Next up, let's talk about a place that's so secret, it makes my diary look like an open book. Area 51. Deep in the Nevada desert, this super secret, super spooky military base has been the star of more conspiracy theories than I've had awkward first dates. And that's saying something. What are they hiding out there in the tumbleweeds and cacti? Is it next-generation spy planes? Experimental weapons that go zap? Or, and this is the juicy part, aliens? Little green dudes? Maybe tall gray ones? The government was so hush-hush about it for so long, which naturally is like putting a giant do not press button in front of humanity. We gotta press it. The most popular theory, the one that gets all the clicks and sells all the gift shop t-shirts, is that Area 51 is basically an alien Airbnb. They say it houses crashed alien spacecraft, maybe from that Roswell incident back in '47. Imagine it, a UFO fender bender, and boom, the wreckage and its otherworldly occupants are whisked away to this mysterious desert hideout. People picture scientists in white coats poking and prodding alien tech, trying to figure out how to make their own flying saucers. Does this thing have Bluetooth? How do you parallel park it? It's the ultimate intergalactic chop shop. Now, the official story, the one they tell you if you ask nicely, or if they finally declassify documents decades later, is that it's a test facility for advanced aircraft. Things like the U-2 spy plane, stealth fighters, cool top secret stuff. And that makes sense, right? You'd want a remote, secure place for developing things that your enemies, or your nosy neighbors, shouldn't see. But the alien stories? They just won't die. Is Area 51 hiding aliens, or are they just at keeping secrets? Maybe the aliens are just really shy. No photos, please. Alright, let's dim the lights a little, maybe speak in hushed tones, because we're venturing into the shadowy world of the Illuminati. Dun dun dun. This one's a classic, like a black turtleneck or a mysterious, unmarked van. The idea is there's this super secret, super ancient, super powerful society. They're pulling all the strings behind the scenes, controlling governments, banks, Hollywood, maybe even the algorithm that decides which cat videos you see. They're the puppet masters, and we're all just tiny marionettes dancing to their cryptic tune. It's enough to make you look at your garden gnome with suspicion. You supposedly see their symbols everywhere, if you know where to look. Or if you've spent enough time on the internet. The all-seeing eye on the dollar bill, that's them apparently. Pyramids, owls, weird handshakes. People claim that famous celebrities, world leaders, business tycoons, maybe even that barista who always knows your order, are all members. They're secretly working towards a new world order, which sounds vaguely ominous, like a really bad timeshare presentation. They meet in secret lairs, make global decisions, and basically run the planet without any of us being the wiser. It's the ultimate exclusive club, and the initiation probably involves more than just a trust fall. Now, historically they're an actual Bavarian Illuminati. They were an Enlightenment-era secret society founded in 1776, but they were shut down pretty quickly. Did they just go underground and rebrand? Or is it just a convenient way to explain why the world is so complicated and why bad things happen? It's easier to blame a shadowy cabal than, say, complex socioeconomic factors. The Illuminati, pulling strings, or just us along? Maybe they're just really into triangles and have a great PR team. You never know. This next one is a real head-scratcher, folks. It's called the Mandela Effect, and it might just make you question your own sanity, or at least your childhood memories. Have you ever been absolutely, positively, 100% certain about a memory, a specific detail from a movie, the spelling of a brand name, a historical event, only to discover that the reality is, different? And here's the kicker. You're not alone. A whole bunch of other people remember it the exact same wrong way you do. It's like a collective brain hiccup. It's named after Nelson Mandela because, get this, a significant number of people vividly remember him dying in prison back in the 1980s. They remember seeing news reports, the whole shebang, except he didn't. He was released in 1990 and became president of South Africa. Mind blown. But it doesn't stop there. Think about famous movie quotes. Luke, I am your father. Classic, right? Nope, it's No, I am your father. Or the children's book series, The Berenstain Bears. Many people, myself included sometimes, could swear it was spelled Berenstein. It's these little glitches in our shared reality that are so unsettling and honestly, kind of fascinating. So what's going on here? Are we all just collectively misremembering things due to faulty memory, or the power of suggestion? Is it just bad handwriting on old logos? Or, and this is where we put on our tinfoil hats again, are we experiencing evidence of parallel universes? Did we somehow slip from a reality where it Berenstein into this one? Are these glitches in the Matrix? Is it the Mandela effect, or did I just forget where I put mine? Maybe it's in the same place as all my missing socks. Another dimension, perhaps. Okay, everybody, look up! Or, imagine you're looking up. See those long, white streaks that airplanes leave in the sky? Most people call them contrails, short for condensation trails. It's just water vapor from the engines freezing at high altitudes, forming ice crystals. Pretty standard atmospheric science, right? Like clouds, but made by jets. Simple enough. But what if they're not just innocent water vapor? What if they're chemtrails? Cue the dramatic music. Dun dun dun! This theory suggests that those persistent spreading lines are actually chemical or biological agents being deliberately sprayed on us from above. Why, you ask? Well, the reasons vary depending on who you ask, and they're usually pretty nefarious. Some believe it's for weather modification, controlling droughts or floods. Others suggest more sinister motives like mind control, subtly influencing our thoughts and behaviors. Or maybe it's population control, or even making us sick so that big pharmaceutical companies can sell more medicine. It's a whole buffet of bad intentions, apparently raining down from the sky. Proponents point to how these trails sometimes linger for hours, spreading out to form hazy, artificial-looking clouds, unlike normal contrails that dissipate quickly. They share photos, collect supposed samples from the ground, and cite alleged government documents as proof that there's a secret, large-scale atmospheric spraying program going on. Scientists and aviation experts overwhelmingly say, nope, still just contrails. They explain that the persistence and spread depend on atmospheric conditions like humidity, temperature, and wind. But the believers remain unconvinced. Are those lines in the sky chemtrails, or just planes trying to make a cloud impression? Maybe the pilots are just really enthusiastic about sky art. Alright, brace yourselves for this next one because it's a real curveball, or maybe not, depending on your perspective. We're talking about the flat Earth theory. Yes, in the age of space travel, GPS, and astronauts posting selfies from orbit, there's a dedicated and vocal community who believe that our planet isn't a sphere, but a flat, disc-shaped plane. Think of it like a giant cosmic pancake, or maybe a snow globe that's been, well, flattened. And Antarctica? Not a continent at the South Pole, but a massive ice wall encircling the known world, kind of like the wall in Game of Thrones, but to keep the oceans from spilling off the edge. Flat earthers have developed their own intricate models and explanations for phenomena that globe believers, that's us apparently, explain with a spherical Earth. Gravity, for instance, might be reinterpreted as the disk constantly accelerating upwards, or it's simply about an object's density. Day and night, caused by a small sun and moon circling above the flat disk, like celestial spotlights. And why don't planes just fly off the edge? Well, that's where the ice wall comes in, or maybe pilots are in on the conspiracy. They often express deep distrust of mainstream science and organizations like NASA, accusing them of perpetuating a massive centuries-old deception to hide the true shape of the Earth. They ask questions like, if the Earth is a spinning ball, why don't we feel it? Or why does the horizon always appear flat? Mainstream science, of course, has robust, evidence-based answers for all these queries, backed by centuries of observation, mathematics, physics, and, actual photographs and videos from space showing a very round Earth. But for some, the idea of a flat, stationary Earth just feels more intuitive or makes more sense within their worldview. Flat Earth, because some people just can't get around the globe. Maybe they just really miss Pangea. Okay, for our grand finale, we're cranking the weirdometer up to 11. We're going full-on tinfoil hat required, they live among us kind of crazy. Get ready for reptilian overlords. This theory, popularized by figures like David Icke, posits that a race of shape-shifting reptilian humanoids, possibly from the Draco constellation or another dimension, or maybe even from deep within the Earth, are secretly controlling humanity. They walk among us, disguised in human form, holding positions of power, world leaders, corporate executives, media moguls, maybe even that strangely intense yoga instructor you have. According to believers, these reptilians are cold-blooded, literally and figuratively, power-hungry, and have been manipulating human society for centuries, if not millennia. They're supposedly behind wars, financial crises, secret societies, and probably the reason why printers never work when you urgently need them. Adherents look for clues, moments when the human disguise supposedly slips. This could be strange eye movements, like vertical pupils flashing, unusual skin texture, a forked tongue accidentally revealed, or just a general aura of lizardiness. It's like a never-ending episode of V, but the special effects budget is much lower. Now this one is definitely way out there, even by conspiracy theory standards. It's the kind of theory that makes other conspiracy theories look like well-documented historical facts. It's incredibly easy to dismiss as pure fantasy, a product of overactive imaginations or perhaps too much late-night sci-fi. But hey, it makes for a heck of a story, doesn't it? Imagine your least favorite politician is actually a 7-foot-tall lizard person in a suit. Suddenly, their policies make, well, still no sense, but it's a fun thought. Reptilian overlords, are politicians cold-blooded or just cold-hearted? Or maybe they just have a very specific skincare routine. And there you have it, folks. 7 conspiracy theories that hopefully made you say, wait, what? At least once. Or maybe even prompted a quick Google search to see if your boss has slit pupils. From faked moon landings that needed more space to reptilian overlords who might be cold-blooded or just really bad at regulating office temperatures, we've journeyed through some seriously strange territory. It's been a wild, wacky, and wonderfully weird ride through the world of the unexplained, the unproven, and the downright unbelievable. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thanks so much for watching, for sticking with me through all the puns, the speculation, and the potential existential crises. I really appreciate you spending your valuable time here with me on the channel. Remember, most of this is all in good fun, a way to stretch our imaginations and maybe look at the world from a slightly different, more peculiar angle. A little bit of questioning never hurt anyone, probably. Unless the Illuminati are watching, in which case, hi guys, love the triangles, very chic. Now the part I've been waiting for, I want to hear from you. Which of these theories tickled your tinfoil hat the most? Which one do you find the most fascinating, the most secretly believable, or just the most hilariously bonkers? Drop a comment down below and let me know your favorite. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more adventures into the unknown, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, stay curious, keep questioning, and maybe double check if your cat is trying to communicate with the mothership. Bye everybody!